fish has magnificent days, probably a bit of rain on the weekend, which is not a real problem. We wouldn't mind a little bit more rain. But look, things are pretty good. We're getting reports, even from Victoria, believe it or not. Dartmouth still fishing all right. Old mate Maso tells me it's pretty good down there. He's not fishing it, obviously, but he gets reports from down there. Hume Weir, look, it's all right. There's not huge amounts of fish getting caught, but it's starting to look promising. There is some very nice big brown trout, as it has done each year for the last whatever amount of years. Trolling seems to be covering the options pretty well. McGrath lures are probably as good as any. They're originated from down there for that particular purpose, basically, for chasing fish in the river, in the lake down there. And they're getting some good redfin. Not many, but they are catching a few. Apparently there's a gentleman at the boat ramp cleaning a dozen or so nice sized reddies the other day. So things look all right. The odd yellow belly, not going crazy. Keep that in mind. Moala, yeah, pretty patchy. The odd fish here and there, and that's about all. Murrumbidgee River, that's where we are at the moment. Looks magnificent, feels magnificent. Look, the odd fish coming out, few cod here and there, not a lot. Still plenty of crays up until the end of this month, and then the water temperature is still about 10 degrees actually, but it's up high enough to put a boat in. You'll have no real dramas there. Get around, especially downstream from Wagga upstream, a little bit harder. They're getting a fair few crays up around Wannabadgery in that area, but not as easy to get a boat around up there. Look, things are good. Blowering Dam, happy days. Been a lot of big fish this week. Or since last Thursday, since the last report I've done. The weekend and through the week's been excellent. Off the bank with bait's good. Casting, trolling seems to be quite productive as well. The bait fishermen are catching more and quite often bigger fish, but the lure fishermen are doing quite okay. The cod seem to have come up into sort of that metre and a half, 2 metre area, especially early morning, you know, like well before the sun hits the water, well before daylight actually, right up until about when the sun hits the water. Then you need to move out a little bit, start working big spinner baits and hard bodies again. You should do okay. And like I say, bait off the bank's quite okay. Talbingo, a little bit of activity out there. Haven't got any reports from Yukonbean. One report from Tantangra last weekend. A gentleman got in there and fished it, and he said it was mediocre. Got a few fish, but that's about all. Jindabyne, not too bad, pretty happy. Wyangler, yeah, reasonably good. It slowed down a lot, but that's normal for this time of year. The water temperatures are really dropped now. But off the bank with worms, getting a few yellows still, getting the odd few caught on big swim baits and stuff like that. Trolling has seemed to be one of the better methods up there with big spinner baits, certainly happening there. Got a report from Copeton, slowed down a bit over the last week or two. They're doing it hard, they're getting a few fish out of it, but again, those cod have moved right up into the shallows, you know, sort of metre and a half, early morning scenario, through the day, out in the deeper water. Big swim baits seem to be the bee's knees up there as well. Whether it be fashionable or whether that's actually what the fish are demanding, who knows, it's just a matter of putting in the time. And don't forget, if you're out in public, don't forget your face masks and that. You know, just keep yourself and everybody else protected, handy, breathe through them, talk through them, especially if you go to the supermarkets and stuff like that. And they're great when you're out fishing. If you're cruising along in the boat, keeps the cold wind off you, all that sort of stuff. Absolutely fantastic. So don't forget about them. We've got plenty in stock. Just a matter of jumping in. Only $10 each. So jump in, grab a couple, and got them in all different colours. This is the complete Angler's Fishing Report for this week. We'll catch you next week.